Hi, I'm Shelley Maurer,
And I'm Cher Emmerich. Welcome to Life Lessons from Pickleball,
where we engage with pickleball players from around the world about life on and off the court.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome, everyone, to Life Lessons from Pickleball. We are so honored to have with us today Anna Glotova. Anna, you divide your time between New Zealand and Ukraine, and today you're actually speaking to us from Ukraine.
You are the co-founder and director of strategic partnerships for the Ukrainian Pickleball Federation, an organization that was founded during the full-scale war in Ukraine.
Unbelievable. And recently, the Ukrainian Pickleball Federation became the 60th member of the Global Pickleball Federation, which is so exciting. Such a powerful milestone that connects your players to a worldwide community of hope and support.
Anna, you and your team have been using pickleball to help veterans, civilians, and children in Ukraine heal, find connection, and build resilience. That's so powerful. And you know, it's hard for many of us to imagine what daily life is like in a place that's been through war for so long. Can you start by sharing what it feels like in Ukraine right now?
Yes, I will do this with a big pleasure because it's my opportunity to talk to the whole world about this. And when the war started, I left and I moved from Ukraine to Poland. And I didn't experience this really terrible beginning of the war. And I just read about everything what has happened in my country. And with every piece of information, I was feeling how even being outside of the country, how all the Ukrainians suffer. And I was really thinking about every minute of time and every real thoughts of every Ukrainians who are really went through all of this. However, for me, it was a kind of, having this information from outside. But now I'm in Ukraine and now I'm in Kiev and I feel everything from inside. And having this distance between living and coming back, I will tell you, it's terrible. It's terrible because I was the witness of the attacks and I've heard it with my own ears and I was listening to this on top of the building block I'm living in. And for me, it's again and again the question why someone would like to kill me. And it's something that you cannot describe, really. It's something that you would not be able to describe. The sound you hear on top of your head. And I really admire the brevity of all the people who are in Ukraine, because even we can say that, they got adopted. They got used to this because it's going on. It is not something that you can get used to at all. No way. They are brave. Their resilience is enormous. The level of resilience is enormous because they do really unbelievable things. But this feeling is something you cannot get used to. So, and this is on the one hand. On the other hand, and I'm so proud that I represent this nation because this is something that we have in our blood. This feeling of freedom, that's something that no one will be able to take away.
Yeah.
And this is something that helps us to do everything what we do in each areas. So, and I really think that all the Ukrainians, they are heroes. And I'm so happy that I can be with those heroes too.
We are just so glad to know that you are still alive. We've been watching the news and we know that Russia has bombed the power stations just recently. I mean, the devastation that's happening there, the bravery of the fighters in Ukraine, your being there to be a messenger of hope and awareness. That's the key. We really need to be aware of what's going on and support all of you who are wanting your country back to where it was when you were safe and sound. I'm just very moved that you are joining us on this pickleball podcast of all things, right? Pickleball podcast and bringing in the world's challenges. So you came across pickleball how? And then what made you think about using pickleball there in Ukraine to help those, especially who have been wounded? So how were you introduced to pickleball?
Actually, pickleball appeared in my life exactly at the needed time, I would say honestly. And pickleball has been introduced to me by my husband, but to those time he was my boyfriend. So, and we met before war started, and our relationship started to develop parallel to this horrible story, part of the history of my country. And yeah, I knew that he is the pickleball player, but actually, being in Ukraine, I never heard about pickleball, of course. And because of him, pickleball, something is interesting. Of course, I would wanted to be a bit of on the same page with him. At least when he's a pickleball, I would look like, oh yeah, I know something about pickleball. So I started to research. Oh, and then yeah, it's interesting. But then somehow, okay, pickleball is probably a very interesting sport, but yeah, war started and I forgot completely about this. And then when he visited me in Poland, we accidentally actually found out that in Poland pickleball was actually in those period of time that it started to develop. And my tennis coach, he said, "Oh, by the way, have you decided to play tennis?" I said, "Actually, because I need to refocus a bit, because I'm consistently thinking about what's going on, because my family, my friends, my colleagues, and everything was going on was terrible. Really, I decided if I work a lot, then probably I will think less. And I started to be focused on my work, but it didn't help because I just started to think that to feel that I'm tired and I don't have any energy. I have more and more stress and I can't get rid of anything because when you read news, it cannot get out of your head at all. So, and then he said, actually, tennis is good, but I play pickleball. I said, does pickleball word? It's actually following me. So, and then I said, okay, guys, let's meet and let's play pickleball a bit. And then since those time when pickleball was introduced, I really started to feel that something new is going on in my life now. Because this is such a really social game.
Yeah.
Me being in Poland, even I love Poland because Polish people, they helped us a lot and language is really similar because I understand 60% of Polish because I speak Ukrainian. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And our culture and our food and our traditions, they are sometimes pretty similar. Sometimes they are almost the same. So I felt like almost at home. And then I started to meet new friends, pickleball friends. They became almost the second family because doesn't matter who I am. They said, Anna, come in. I will show you how to play. I started to be there more often, and then I tried not to miss any lesson. And then, wow, I know 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, 20 people. And they are all lovely people because they play lovely sport. They are all positive. They are all supportive. So, and my kind of introduction into that society was so easy for me. And I started to feel that someone is happy to see me. And oh, wow, I'm happy to see those people too. And yeah, it's my integration into new country, into new society became easy peasy. And then, wow, a lot of friends. So, and yeah, and then when I moved to New Zealand, story happened again. Doesn't matter who you are. The only thing is, my New Zealand friends, they struggle to pronounce my surname a bit. The same thing because a lot of new people, and then I remembered all of them because of Peekaboo. And then everyone was so lovely. Everyone tried to help. Everyone tried to teach you the best way to play, and everyone was asking you how I am. And what is very important, everyone was ready to listen how I am. So it was for me such a release. It was for me such a really recovery because it doesn't mean that I forgot about war in Ukraine. It doesn't mean that I forgot this problem, everything what's going on and what is happening. The issue here, or the best thing here is that I started to feel support. And not only because of I'm Ukrainian, but because people just are happy to see other people. People are just happy to play with other people. They are happy to introduce the new sport to other people. And then, wow, yeah, this is how it happened. And yeah, my husband is a very good pickleball player. He's one of the best in New Zealand. And he represented New Zealand last year in Pickleball World Cup, and New Zealand in 50 plus category they came the second. So and this year he also made a lot of gold and bronze and silver medals in New Zealand and Australia. So I am in the society, and for me it's sport without borders at all, because I can meet people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With my
that's amazing.
with my previous experience working in a big global company and talking to people representing different countries in the world, in pickleball, I didn't have the feelings that I quit my job. But in world, I started to meet people from all over the world again. I said, I like it. Okay. So yeah, it was really such a relief, such a sign that yeah, the whole world is speaking the same language actually, pickleball language.
Yeah.
So
Pickleball,
it's
yeah.
kind of new pickleball definitions, pickleball standards, and when you say dinking, everyone knows what does it mean. Everyone starts to scream kitchen. Okay, everyone knows what kitchen mean and many other things. So it's just a new language. And I speak 4 languages, but now I can say that I speak 5 languages because of this pickleball
Pickleballs the
language.
fifth.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell us how this all led to the Ukrainian Pickleball Federation.
Oh, yeah, it's also very personal because
Huh?
I was involved in the Speakable Society, and then this is the sports that is so easy to learn, and everyone can play. Really, you don't need sophisticated equipment. You just need your passion. You just need your time, your friends, a bit of equipment, a bit of knowledge of how to convert centimeters in foot, etc. It's kind of whether you need to be a good mathematician or you need to have your phone and calculator. So
Yeah.
yeah, but really, it's so easy. And I was thinking, yeah, when I look at children, when I look at people, senior people, they can move really. And sometimes I even think, oh, I'm not able to move like those people. So I need to practice more. And then I was thinking, how how many categories of players this fantastic game can cover. And
Yeah.
then I just found out in internet that, oh, by the way, wheelchair pickleball, we have two. And then someone is playing using prosthetics. Uh-huh. So then I was thinking about this, and then I was thinking, now in Ukraine, we have so many veterans and so many civilians affected by the war because they were injured. And then after the recovery, they're using wheelchairs and they're using prosthetics. And I was researching the statistic, and I found that to those times, more than a year ago, it was 180,000 official registered amputees.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
1,000 amputees in Ukraine. This
Oh
is
my
This
God.
is, I, it's official statistic. I would say probably it's not probably, but surely even more. So because
Ugh,
it's every day is changed, those numbers are changing.
ugh.
So it's hard. It's yeah. I'm sorry for bringing you
No,
to this
Anna, you
emotional
have to share
stage.
this. You have to share
That's
this. This is
important.
so important.
Yeah.
That statistic is just horrifying.
Horrible, horrible.
Horrifying.
Yeah, and then I thought, look, this instrument became a really powerful instrument for me to recover, to feel that I am in this society, that I'm involved, that can do something. And then I was thinking, it's actually a fantastic instrument for my country, for my home country, for Ukraine. And then I again started to research it deeper. And then I just reached out to several rehabilitation centers, and they said, yes, it's interesting. We would like to try. We would like to start. However, again, being removed from Ukraine and also its as idea, it was fantastic. But how to implement, it was not as easy as I thought at the beginning. And that is why I just reached out to my friends. They are the founder of the charity organization Future of Ukraine 2050. And they were very active in supporting people and in humanitarian direction. It's called rebuilding direction. And they had also a massive experience in running sports events in the past before war started. And I reached out to them and they said, look, I have an idea. I need your help. Just I explained to them and I said, let's be a team. Let's help each other. And since those time we started, and yeah, now very actively, I would say more than a year, we really go when we started. And now we have two directions of, or two, I would say, yeah, two directions of pickleball, the adaptive pickleball and standard pickleball. And adaptive pickleball is really focused on veterans and civilians who got injured and recovered, and we use this tool as recovery for them. And we have also a team of veterans that we train constantly on the constant basis. We did it, yeah, a long year, 2 times a week, 2 hours. Everyone on the wheelchair came to those trainings, and we did it in Kiev. We started the same activity in other Ukrainian big cities like Odessa. Then we did it in Rivne, in Zhytomyr. We did tournaments for standard players and players with some limitations. And yeah, we had a team, and this year we represented Ukrainian adaptive team in English Open.
Wow.
And yeah, we brought 6 wheelchair players. 2 of them were veterans. We brought 4 prosthetic players, and all of them, they are veterans too. We brought also standard players, and we represented Ukraine first time, having so many people. And also here I would like to say thanks really a lot to Karen Mitchell, the president of Pickleball England. She supported our idea, and I reached out to her and said, look, Karen, you have wheelchair players section. So, and we would like to bring our players there, but you don't have separate prosthetic pickleball player section. And she said, yes, Anna, we don't have, but okay, we can introduce, but I cannot guarantee that we would have a lot of people coming to us. I said, probably not this year, but maybe next year, because this year we will bring our players. So, and brought up, it was the really first time in the pickleball history, in the pickleball tournament history, where prosthetic pickleball category was introduced as a
Wow.
separate category.
Oh,
Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
that's
And
fantastic.
I'm
Such
really,
great work.
Karen and Hugh, they made fantastic job to make it happen. And we made our best to train those players and to bring them to English Open. And together we changed the history. So
My goodness. Ukraine changing the history of pickleball. Come on, that is so cool. Say again the name of the charity that you mentioned.
charity the Future of Ukraine 2050.
Okay,
This
good.
charity foundation exists and is active. Together with the founders, he founded the All Ukrainian Pickleball Federation, and we started to act as All Ukrainian Pickleball Federation since this time. So,
That is so exciting.
And
oh,
with just
I
in
Wow.
have,
just a year, you're part of the Global Pickleball Federation. So you guys really put that together.
yes.
Amazing. Wow.
Yes,
That.
we are part, and because of this, really, of course, Ukraine has now a lot of people who need it. And Ukraine has different categories of those people who need it. And those categories, they are not included in, and the specific is not, was not included into the Pickleball rule book yet, because there are, this experience is now in Ukraine, on the Ukrainian side, unfortunately. However, with the Pickleball development, we expect more and more people join us And
Yeah.
that means that it's also a challenge to the Pickleball Society how to adapt the categories, current categories. And I was invited into the special group for USAP to work together on those categories and on those rules because yeah, we have to adapt not only our players to the rules, we have to adapt also the rules to those type of players.
That's right.
Yeah, so because this is also, yeah, two sides are always involved in this process. That's why, yeah, because of this terrible experience in Ukraine, we have people who can change the at least the categories now, but probably also the entire approach to the adaptive pickleball in general.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
here I also would like to say really huge thank you, really huge thank you to Sandy Halkett. Sandy Halkett,
Yeah.
you surely
Oh,
know
yeah.
Sandy, and she
Yes.
was the first person who actually believed in my idea about adaptive pickleball in general. Because I found this organization in the US, I just asked her about a couple of minutes her time to talk about this, and then we found a bit more than a couple of minutes because everything what she is doing and the way what she is doing is actually it's inspired me that I can move forward and I can bring even more than just working with adaptive players like
Wow.
physical injuries because she's working also with mental part of the
Challenges.
story,
Yeah.
mental challenge, and everything what she is doing is enormous and fantastic. I went to the US and I visited her and I took part in the adaptive tournament together with adaptive players because
Ah,
yeah, because when I introduce something like this in my country, I need to feel it. I need to
yeah.
try it before I start to talk about this. So
Nice.
and yeah, we are constantly in the contact, and really she inspired me enormous because when we talk about PTSD after. It's not only about veterans coming back from the front line. Even without injuries, no
Mhm.
one is coming the same way when they left.
Right.
That's
So
right.
and
That's right.
the whole and many people in the country even they don't fight on the front line to live within it's a big challenge too, so
Yeah.
and pickleball could be a fantastic tool for them just to release it, just to refocus. And this is actually something that we are experiencing now, people joining us because they think it's fun, because they can just change the activity, it's easier. And then everything what Sandy is doing, people with mental disabilities, we got those people before War II,
Yeah.
even before war started. So we don't have to think about Ukraine only kind of after war issues or after war needs we cover with pickleball. We think about the whole population because Sandy is working with this population. And yeah, all the syndromes she's working with. It's just amazing, really amazing tool to have the families together because we know how difficult for family could be to have this type of child. And
Yeah.
not every family remain the same family.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but we can keep
Yeah.
families together. We
Yep.
can, I would not say everything we will succeed with everything, but we will at least try to do this. And we can try to work with those children and adults trying to do something from pickleball to develop their skills, their reflexes, and all the things. It's this sport is for all. And
Yep.
if we talk about standard pickleball, especially men now, they need to feel that this in overall this feeling to win it could be done also with simple and very social sport. You can win,
Beauty.
you can play for fun, but
Yep.
if you want you can be professional, you can also win. And for some people it's now a focus because they try to find and they started to find the new actually the new sense what they are doing. Today we've done our biggest tournament, one of the biggest tournament here in
Oh,
Kiev, yeah, and we did it because of the pickleball world day, and it is 60 years. Pickleball is 60 years old now, and we
yeah.
had also 60 players competing. So we did also two categories now. It's a big achievement for us because more and more people join in, and we have also delegates from different cities, different parts of our country. So, and everyone is asking, what's the next? What's the next? And of course, it's not easy to develop it here. However, we have really good friends in the US at the same time. So we have, for example, Aaron Trost, who came over to Ukraine, even war is going on here. He came over, he trained children, he trained and coaches also veterans, and someone is not scared to come. So, and for us, it was also, first of all, is also motivation that someone is coming to us and is not scared to do this. And at the same time, it's good to have this level of players coming to us that we can also kind of match our level, what we have now, and his level. If I know that he is 5.0, what does it mean for us, where we are? When we play with him, we understand that we need this coach again.
Oh my goodness. Well,
But it's
now,
developing. It's developing.
yeah, it's incredible how quickly you have made this happen. And Anna, right before we started, you mentioned that there had been a air raid siren and you weren't sure if you'd have to go down to the bomb shelter. And happily, so far, so good here. But now, is all of pickleball happening in Kyiv, or is it anywhere else in Ukraine?
Different cities too.
Really?
Yeah, it's Kiev, it's Odessa, it's the south part of the country. And by the way, in Odessa, we had the case, we even mentioned that in Facebook. We started our tournament and then siren go, went on.
Oh,
And then we went to the bomb shelter and then we came back and we completed the tournament. So we just continued, we've done it. So, and
that's
then here is a lot of interest from Zaporozhye. This is the frontline area. From Rivne, it's another part of the country. We are looking for really rapid development in Lviv too. So, and then Kharkiv and Dnipro and Zhytomyr and small cities too, small communities too. And especially where, by the way, it's also very important to mention because usually countries don't have this issue, this kind of because of our reality. We have people coming from the occupied territories, and they have their communities in Ukraine and in the safe places. And those communities, they are also very interested to start pickleball because this is the fantastic tool to keep people together.
yes.
And
Yes.
and those people, they lost their homes, they lost their places they were born. They are like me, traveling everywhere, but they've lost their homes, and some of them they also lost their relatives and friends. So and then they still are settling in one place, and then not to focus on the issue, just to try to think about something else.
Yeah.
Again, this sport is a fantastic tool for this. And those communities, they are around the country now. And those communities, they can feel this attachment to something that can unite on top of being united through the war conflict.
Wow.
There is something that that gathers the people with the new purpose. And this is very important. And actually, something that what we are doing, we are trying to introduce the new culture of sport in Ukraine. That sport is not only competing, sport is also uniting communities.
Uniting and healing.
And healing too, yeah.
I think you have a couple stories to share with us.
Yeah, I have, before this, I have a lot of stories, of course, to share. But again, this conversation is happening really at the right point of time because, now that in the US, Pickleball World Cup is happening in 2 weeks. And of course, having in mind that our powerful and motivated and very enthusiastic players would like to take part in it. So we had this tournament, this cup in our plan for the next year because we did this year English Open, we worked hard and we said, okay, next year. And then I was talking with the founders of this tournament and the directors of those tournaments. And then they invited us this year to come. I said, I would love to come, but I said, we still have many issues to enable it because first of all, we need to train hard. And this first, and secondly, even we would be the best players ever. We have some restrictions for our men to leave the country, so we won't be able to bring the men team to the tournament. And then I said, however, probably we would be able to gather good players from all over the world who have Ukrainian heritage. And then the idea actually worked, and then we discussed how we can do this, and we started to look for Ukrainians who are outside of Ukraine but have Ukrainian passports, and they can play pickleball. And then, yeah, idea was great, and they said, okay, idea is great, but let's do this next year. But it was not enough. I realized that the team started together, and then more and more people joined, and we take part in Pickleball World Cup in 2 weeks in the US.
Oh, wow.
My
We have
goodness.
Ukrainian team now in the Pickleball World
Nice.
Cup
What
in Fort
city?
Lauderdale.
What city will it be in?
This Fort Lauderdale. I'm not
Fort
sure I
Lauderdale.
pronounce it correct, but it's not far
Yes.
away from Miami.
Actually, I like the way you say it. We say Fort Lauderdale, but I like how you say it better.
Oh, thank you so much. Again, something new.
Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. That is so exciting.
And the players, I was so happy when I contacted them. When I started to say, look, we have an idea to take part in Pickleball World Cup, and would you be interested to introduce our country there? And everyone was said, I would be honored to do this. And I
Oh,
said, wow, this is again about uniting people, coming back to pickleball. Uniting people is about this game, even
yeah.
outside, inside, in the whole world. Yeah.
It's amazing. I am just in awe of how you have turned what is such a painful hardship in your own life with your family, your friends, and all that's going on in the entire country there in Ukraine. And you've turned all that into a way to find hope and healing and community. And as you say, even before the war, people were lonely, some people were struggling, and this pickleball, silly little game pickleball, is making a difference in everyone's lives. And especially our hearts are with those who are at the front line and those who are losing loved ones every day. I just can't bear it that this is a part of our world, but I am so grateful that there are people like you who are making a difference every single day. And you have done so much in this 1 year. So it's almost not fair of me to ask you, but what are some life lessons that you've learned either while you started playing pickleball or while you've made pickleball such an important part of Ukraine or as a part of being there in the war? What are some life lessons that you can share with us?
I would do this really. It's even easier than just think about and pronounce it, because it's your own experience. It's not because someone told you. It's because of really you went through this and you can feel this impact. For me, my the biggest life lesson from pickleball for me that if you want something, nothing can stop you if you do this really with a open heart, with clear mind, and with really the this energy you have. So it's exactly like if you play pickleball, you can have strategy, you can have the best paddle, you can have the finest court, whatever. So, but if you don't play honest to yourself, so you won't have fun. You don't have to be positive. Actually, as a person, it's always nice, easy, wonderful if person is positive and this positive approach. But you can also be focused. You can also have some day you don't want to remember or anything else. But if you step into the court and you have those really open mind to the game, you will see those fantastic people around you. You will see that, oh, by the way, your play is not as crap as you think. Yeah. It's, oh, someone helped you. Someone was really just without even doing anything, just encouraged you. And then, wow, everything has changed, and then you have fantastic mood, and then your day was saved, and then you have another idea, and you could be ready for any other challenges, etc. So be open and really just play the real and honest game, and and have fun. And this being easy, my life lessons from this explanation now: don't really try to overcomplicate.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Life is hard, it's true. But
It's
if you
hard.
focus on those unnecessarily things that
Yeah.
could really, they could mean nothing, but you can, so you don't need it. Just play honest and play positive, play with open heart.
This from a woman saying, be positive, have an open heart in the middle of a war. I mean, that alone, my dear, is so moving. You are such an inspiration, Anna. And I know that you have touched so many hearts just in your messaging. Can you tell us how we can be supportive of you? How can we follow you? How can our audience support the work that you're doing?
The best support for us is that you guys don't forget about us.
We will not forget about
Never.
you, Anna, or
That
anyone there.
we are trying to, in Pickleball, we are trying to tell about Ukraine in a different way.
Yeah.
We try to, everyone knows about war now, unfortunately. Everyone knows that something is going on there. So it's 3.5 years. Everyone is tired.
Right.
And for us to use the sport to go to international competitions, cups, tournaments, and represent the country in this sport area, it's also a way how to tell people again and again about Ukraine. And I'm not alone in everything what I am doing. And I'm so happy that I have a fantastic team, that we are together. We are not a big team, honestly. However, we are the team of the same people that are sharing the same values. And even we split a bit of our responsibilities now because we are growing, and I'm so happy that we are growing. I am doing a bit of international job, and the rest of the team, they are doing local job, and together we do really this, and it works well, and it works good, and it unites us. And I learn something from them, they learn something from me, but all of us, we do one thing: to tell about Ukraine in all possible ways, and in this case through Pickleball. So, and all the support we have now from the whole world, it's that they know about us, that they recognize us, and they, when we say, oh, we are from, yes, I've heard about Pickleball in Ukraine. This is the kind of music to my ears. And locally and globally, we've done really a great job with a great support. And Pickleball federations and individual representatives and people in the US who are sending us pedals, for example, because they would like to support us. And another big friend of us is Angus Wong, and the company's name is Anywhere Pickleball. This project is amazing. Together with Ukrainian designers, we created a special paddle and special project for the US and for Ukraine. And that's coming very soon. The announcement that that is related to these paddles. And it's not only it's not only to say, oh, okay, we will gather some money and we will send to Ukraine to develop. There are many other ways how to talk about pickleball in Ukraine, and this project is exactly does. So it's coming soon.
That is fantastic.
We introduced this pedal yesterday to our Ukrainian audience. And it will be introduced also in the US then later.
Oh my goodness. That is so exciting. That is so exciting. Well, Anna, we can't thank you enough for being here with us today, sharing your story with our viewers and listeners, and especially for what you are doing to change the world right there in Ukraine. And my goodness, the way you're even changing pickleball in this world. I'm telling you, it's such an honor to know you. Shelley?
Yes, and just know that we will never forget about you. And I think about personally Ukraine every day, and you're all in our hearts.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you a lot, really a lot, for for this invitation and for this idea, for this podcast you are running. And for me, it's a big honor to be here and to talk and to share my story to you. And thanks for your interest and support. And also thank you so much for your emotions, because feelings and emotions they talk about instead of us. And thanks for living this moment with us too. It's very important. This is the best support. And
Well, we love you
I'm
and
happy
we
to
love
know.
you all. We love everyone there. And Putin, stop the frickin' war. Honestly, this is just insanity. And thank you for representing Ukraine with such dignity and heart and grace. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you a lot. Thank you.
And thank you all. Oh my gosh, this is such an important episode. I hope you share it with everyone in the world. Please do. This is such an important message. And look at what Ukraine is doing to help the world, to help pickleball
Mhm.
around the world. Come on, in the midst of a war. Okay, I'm going to have to stop or I'm just going to start boo-hooing all day long. Okay, thank you all. And we do look forward to another conversation next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If you love our podcast, we'd be so grateful if you'd take a few seconds to follow or subscribe to Life Lessons from Pickleball. This ensures you'll never miss an episode and helps us continue these wonderful conversations.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, go to the show page and tap the follow button in the top right corner. And on YouTube, click the subscribe button under any of the episodes.
Thanks so much. Hope to see you on the court.